hope you're all doing good and you're all safe at home. So, do you remember what was taken in the previous class? Can someone tell that?
We studied about the different types of nutrition, that is autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition.
We saw how the process of photosynthesis takes place in plants using carbon dioxide and water with the help of chlorophyll in the presence of sunlight.
Now tell me, are all plants green in color?
Plants with other colors of leaves like red, yellow, etc. are also seen around.
Yes, there are plants which have leaves other than green. They also have chlorophyll, but they have other pigments like red, brown, etc. which mask the green color. You have often seen slimy green patches in ponds and also in stagnant water bodies. These are generally formed by the growth of organisms called algae. They also contain chlorophyll and can prepare their own food by photosynthesis. Now let us see how plants produce food other than carbohydrates. We know that plants produce carbohydrates by photosynthesis. Carbohydrates are made of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. For making proteins and fats, plants need another element called nitrogen.
Can you tell from where plants are getting nitrogen?
Nitrogen is present in gas form in the atmosphere. Farmers also add fertilizers to soil which is rich in nitrogen.
Now let us see the other modes of nutrition in plants.
Now let's see heterotrophic nutrition in plants. Plants which cannot produce their own food depend on other green plants or other organisms for their food. Such type of plants are called heterotrophic plants. Heterotrophic nutrition in plants can be classified into different types: parasitic, saprophytic, symbiotic, and insectivorous. Now let us see each one of them in detail. Parasitic nutrition. Some plants like Cuscuta, locally known as amarbale, do not have chlorophyll and they grow on other plants to take in the nutrients from them. Such plants are called parasites and the plants on which they grow are called host. Such mode of nutrition in which the organism depends on other organisms for their nutrients and deprives the host of valuable nutrients are called parasitic mode of nutrition. Examples: copse flower, Rafflesia, etc. Insectivorous nutrition. In this type of nutrition, the plants depend on insects for obtaining certain nutrients. Examples are Venus flytrap and pitcher plant. They are very colorful to attract insects towards them. In pitcher plant, the leaf is modified to form a pitcher-like structure. The apex of the leaf forms a lid which can open and close the mouth of the pitcher. Inside the pitcher, there are hairs which are directed downwards. When an insect comes and sits in the pitcher, the lid closes and it gets trapped in the hair. The digestive juice present in the pitcher helps in digesting the insect. Now, why do pitcher plants need to eat insects? Plants take nitrogen from the soil, but in some cases, nitrogen is not available from the soil. In such cases, they depend on other sources for nitrogen, like the pitcher plant depends on insects. So children, the other two modes of heterotrophic nutrition in plants will be discussed in the next class. Thank you.